Good evening to all. I discovered something which was very amazing, and I thought, okay, let me go ahead and showcase it to all of you. And this is another Wikipedia page. In fact, it's a wiki book, I would say, and you will see that it is titled as Handbook of Management Scales. Now, I don't know what is there under the discussion. Just let me see. Uh, okay, now I'm not supposed to enter into this thing. Now let me focus more on the Handbook of Management Scales. Now what is it? Now we will see what is the introduction about it, and it's an amazing one which I think all of you would love it. The Handbook of Management. Now what happened was, I'll tell you in reality. Now I was working on the questionnaire of one of my scholars. Okay, now the moment I saw the questionnaire and the data sheet in which data was collected, I wanted to proceed further with the reliability and the validity test of the questionnaire and and so I asked him just a simple question: is it an adapted scale that you have taken care, or you are planning to do the entire EFA, CFA, and then proceed further? He gave me such a look that I was wondering whether I asked him a relevant question or not. Now he looked at me, and then I told him, okay, forget, you just focus on what you're doing. Let me check it out. What I did, I copied all his items which were there in his questionnaire, and I just placed it in the Turnitin. You see what will happen if I have you adapted the items from somebody else's instrument or the scale. What will happen? It will come automatically, and it will show me that yes, this particular statement has been adapted from a different scale or a particular scale. As simple as that. Now when I was at that time, I really wanted to proceed further and check out if there is a particular handbook which is available for the management scales. Now here we are, and thanks to Wikibooks, it is available for each one of us, and you can use it for yourself. The Handbook of Management Scales is a collection of previously used, I would say, the multi-item scales to measure constructs in empirical management research literature. That's number one. Number two, let me just go ahead with the critical introduction. What is it? The Handbook of Management Scales was first edited by A. Wieland in 2010, and it has since grown. Now it contains a collection of measurement scales which are the basis for the empirical research. Unfortunately, management researchers often neglect the importance of good scales. This leads to models with a high goodness of fit, but with poor reliability and the validity. Now you understood why I came across with this particular thing, because I myself was thinking on the reliability as the validity of the items that we are really placing in our questionnaire. Now construct, definition, and content validity. I'm so sorry, I'm jumped into a different discussion altogether rather than going, because I'm a typical female in that way, I should say, and it's a feminine nature that they are very bubbly and they cannot keep quiet when they are more or less called as a drummer, and they have to go and they have to share it with everybody. So obviously this is pertaining to the research, so I cannot share it with my family members or somebody else. I need to share it with each one of you. A time was there when I used to share with my teacher. However, here I cannot do that, so I thought, okay, let me proceed further and share with all of you. So here you will see construct, definition, and content validity are probably the most important and most neglected criteria to ensure that a scale really measures what it is intended to measure. Sometimes these kind of things definitely take place. We are so overwhelmed with our research, and we cannot even think of taking it away from us, and we want to involve so many things that sometimes we forget whether we really require it for our research or not. Expert judges can help to improve content validity. Now you see, when I'm talking about expert judges or expert opinions, complete video has been recorded, and I'll be sharing it very soon, as to help. They really help you to improve the content validity, and they capture all the important aspects that altogether encircle a construct. Now for example, when I see each and everything, so obviously the scholar is able to bring in everything. However, whether that particular construct is required or not, how the constructs are being prepared, this is where I think judges, expert opinions or expert judges are really required. The deletion of scale items, often called a scale purification. I mean, this is something which I haven't seen any video on scale purification, and nobody even talks about it in the workshops. It's surprising that you are talking about, I mean, even for the scale development or a questionnaire development, you don't talk about the scale purification. So how do you go? May improve tau equivalent, and we will see later on in one of the videos wherein I'm discussing about the reliability as well as the validity. We will come across the scale purification also. Now may improve tau equivalent reliability, this one, which is equal to Cronbach's alpha, and there is another reliability which is called as the congeneric reliability. Now you see, reliability is not just, as I was telling to you, and we will see in my next video what are the various ways in which reliability has been distinguished, what are the varieties of it or types of it, in the same manner for the validity. And you will see, so there is something called as the composite reliability or the statistical performance indicators of a model. Now you see, if your model is not right, you do see this kind of a problem. So in order to proceed further, even I would say for regression or for SEM or for path testing your path analysis, let it be in AMOS or in PLS Smart or Adanko or R or Python, whatever tool you're going to use it, that's up to you altogether. However, you have to understand whether my model is really a good one. So that is the reason why I have come here, and I said, okay, let me showcase it to all of you. However, important aspects to be measured may then disappear, and this can bias the scale into a new direction, and this is where the biasness is coming in. And you will see how to understand even the biasness of the scale moving towards a different direction altogether. We will understand this aspect also. Now I don't want to read each one of these things. However, I would say the Handbook of Management Scale helps to find previously used scales, but will not release the researcher from carefully testing the scales. That means you have to still go ahead with the CFA in terms of the reliability and validity before using them for your own research work. So here they are talking about that, yes, if you want, you can go ahead and you can add new multi-term metrics also, and then you can improve their own collection. And now scales from high-ranked journals are preferred that are developed in the systematic scale development process and are tested to measure the construct in terms of the specification, whether it is going to be a reflective or formative, dimensionality. We will see this one in depth. Reliability, validity, including these different kinds of the validities. I would say even different types of the reliability also is present. Now for each scale, at least its objective item, source, and if available, reliability, example, tau equivalent reliability, congeneric reliability. Now, can you understand the kind of reliabilities that they are talking about? So, do you think that we have got just one or two reliabilities out here? You will see my understanding about reliability made me hit into two separate ways in which I can discuss the reliability. One, what is the reliability and how do you classify it before jumping into it? And while you are measuring, that means when you are using a specific technique, or I wouldn't use the word technique, it's a very wrong thing on my part. Now, since I know that these are the tests, now when you are applying a particular test, and that is the time when you have to understand that there is tau equivalent reliability, congeneric reliability, item reliability, and you will see further things coming in also. So let me proceed further without jumping into the other discussions relying depending upon the reliability and other things out here. Now the first one is the Uni Dimensional Constructs. Now they have gone alphabetically, and here also he has mentioned it very clearly. Uni Dimensional Constructs, can you see from A B C D till U V W, and for multi-dimensional constructs they are till V. Then we will see what are the example journals, recommended related handbooks, etc, etc, etc. Now when I come to the uni dimensional constructs, let me just click on ability and show you what we are getting here. Now they are telling you Handbook of Management Scales, and especially if I am talking about the ability, here they say that ability in this one has got alpha as 0.96, that is 0.96 upon this sentence. Description, they have given you three facets of trustworthiness are measured on scales designed by Mayer/Davis in 1999 to assess the ability, benevolence and integrity of a supervisor, and it's a Likert type scale ranging from 1 strongly disagree to finally 5 strongly agree. Definition, ability reflects. So this is more or less like an annotation, and they have given you, which I really loved this page again. So I think these things are coming up, hot chocolate bonanzas are coming up one after the other, and I have to be very careful with these kind of things that are being given to us, and so that we can share it with the others. Items. Now here comes, my supervisor is very capable of performing his or her job. My supervisor is known to be successful at the things he or she tries to do. My supervisor has a lot of knowledge about the work to be done. I feel very confident about my supervisor's skills. My supervisor has specific capabilities that can increase our performance. My supervisor is well qualified. Now source, they have given to you that yes, it is called Quit and Rodder 2011, Justice, Trust and Trustworthiness, a longitudinal analysis integrating 3 theoretical perspectives, and this has been published in Academy of Management Journal, volume 54, number 6, page number 1183 to 1206. So they have gone ahead, the mean value was about 4, so they are giving you each and everything so that you don't even have to worry. Given that a 5-point scale was used, future researchers could slightly adapt the items in order to shift the mean value to the center. They are even suggesting to you a very successful rather than successful. Now you see, supervisor when is there, he or she cannot be just successful. They successful, any person can be successful, however they should be away from that. So they are suggesting that why we cannot go ahead and adapt a little bit and make it as very successful and try to see. Now similar related scales they have identified, that is benevolence, integrity and this one. Let me go back and see what else can we get. Now they are not drawing the diagrams out here. I love diagrams actually. Now accountability, I'm not interested. Advanced advocacy, oh yes, let's see, advocacy participation. What are they talking about? Now here if we look into it, handbook advocacy participation alpha is 0.86, so it is not excellent, I would say, not good also, however it is okay. Now they have similarly given you the description of it. and a definition, items are there, sources are there, comments, and you can even look at social participation. Now, for example, in one of my again scholars work, we had to focus whether there is any impact of I would say social media on the purchase intention, in the service quality. Now, while discussing, and I looked at it and I told him, don't you find that there has to be, because we're talking about the social media, there has to be another item or a construct which focuses exclusively on the participation. Now, participation is not just the individual participation. When we are talking about the social media, it means that we are also talking about the community participation, or what we can call it as social participation. So the moment we discussed both of us together, and we were able to find out whether we can get some kind of a references, around 10 references from 2021 years I'm talking about, when I'm referring to 2021 to 2020. Now, the moment I introduced, we were able to understand, and the immediate alpha score really emerged out to be a very good one. So, you can have a look at these kind of a things which really helps you, and you are able to keep as a thing for yourself. Now, in case you feel that yes, this kind of a things should be there for you, what you can do it is, it's a suggestion, you can create your own collection out here. This will be discussed with you, because Wiki has come up with a lot of ventures for them. You can see here the sister projects: Wikipedia, Wiki University, Wikiversity, Wiktionary, Wikicode, Wikisource, Wiki News, Wiki Voyage, and then you have got Commons, Wikidata, Media Wiki, and Meta Wiki. Now, apart from these things, there are so many other things also. And I am one of the persons, who keeps on helping Wiki, and it's just on voluntary basis. Like, for example, you can translate the Wiki pages from one language to the other language. Now, for example, if I have to click, here we do not have the other languages. However, I can help them in converting this into Hindi language. Now, I know there are so many students, scholars, faculties, who really love to read Wiki pages exclusively in Hindi language. Similarly, in Telugu, in Kannada, so the other languages are also available because this is on the Google platform. So you will see that there are so many things which are present that you can really go ahead. Now, let's have a look at the multi-dimensional structures, and I'm taking up randomly alphabet M, and here you can see out here that they are talking about, okay, now market focus, then market orientation, metrics and standards, then they have got, okay, let's see about this one. Loyalty is very important when we talk about the service quality, or the customer who is there, or the purchase intention. So let me just click on this, and oh my god, the Wiki page is really taking a lot of time. So here we go. They are talking about loyalty with 0.78, and the second one is loyalty AVE is 0.89, CR is 0.89, and loyalty alpha is coming out to be 0.84. So let's have a look as to what exactly they are discussing. Now, it was aimed to measure leader member exchange. So this is where they are talking about. Therefore, a multi-dimensional measure was developed and validated. Item analysis involving 302 working students, followed by a construct and a criterion related validation using 249 employees. Now, this is, you can have a look at it and see as to how much they have discussed out here. Related scales, inter-organizational loyalty, leader member, etc. Now, you can go further and you can have a look. Now, you see what happened was, I'll tell you how I bumped into this particular page. Now, what happened is, in one of the questionnaires of my scholar, he had taken some of the items and he wanted to use it. So it's a more or less like an adapted scale for him. for his questionnaire. Now what happened, I really wanted to, I asked him the question, so is it an adopted scale or an adapted scale, because nowhere in his review of literature he had discussed more about this one in his first draft I'm talking about. Now the moment he came up with these things, then what I did, he gave me a very naive look on the face that what is she asking me kind of a thing. I said forget about it. What I did, I copied all the items which were there and I just put it into, placed it into Turnitin, and what will happen, it will show me the flag, as simple as that. In that flag report I will showcase this particular page. So the moment I saw this page, I said, oh my god, this is something that I should share it with the other scholars also and the faculties who are really working. And this is a handbook of the management skills. Now I'll have to see whether or I need to talk to Jack, who is taking care of such project on the wiki, and I have to ask him. Now I'm also a part of his team now, and I'll have to ask him whether he is already has a handbook for the marketing scales, HR scales, or finance or mutual funds. I'll have to give him these ideas, and I know there are a lot of scaled books which are there, so that these things becomes much more easier for the scholars, and they don't have to search here and there. Certain things which are available absolutely free for them, and that is what the philosophy of research is going to be, so that you can improve your knowledge, you are able to see, you are able to understand and have a look at it, and you don't have to read a lot of articles, everything. You just click on one of the alphabets wherein you're looking forward, and I would say take out a PDF of this one, create, like for example, let me showcase it to you. Now if I go ahead and click on the PDF, okay, download as a PDF, I'll just show you right away. Now here I go, I download it. Okay, now once I download, it would be coming up. Let me see. Give me a moment, it's taking some time waiting. Okay, here we go. Here I have got the wiki page, which is in the this one. So can you see now? What I want to see is he has discussed so many things out here. Now the team, I mean to say, so here you have got, now can I go ahead and click? Now I want a book to be created which has all these scales with me. So what I can do, I can go ahead, click from the original one. If you have the access to the internet, go ahead, you can create, click on create a collection of it, and they have given you the steps, each and everything. For example, book creator is undergoing changes right now, so book creator will no longer support saving the book as a PDF. Now download single pages, while this one, okay, so they are still working on it, so we cannot do it. So what I would suggest is, once you go back, you have got individual, okay, let me go back one more page. You have got okay, I'm here. Let me go back here. Yeah, so what you can do, individually you click on the pages and you take out a PDF and place it in as a file, so that you know, you understand, okay, these are the scales that are there, and in your free time you can have a look at it and see if that fits in with your model later on or not. So this is what I wanted to share with each one of you. I hope you enjoy your research work also, as I am literally associated and getting interested day by day, and I call them as these are my bonanzas, research bonanzas for me. So these are bonanzas for you also. So I hope you enjoy the research journey along with me. Till then, take care and have a wonderful night. Bye.